how it looks on this tablet here.
Yeah. You know my iPad password in case it locks.
What's that?
You know my iPad password in case it locks.
Is it the 6-digit same as your phone?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there a spot where it shows? Can I like watch? Can I see it right now?
Yeah.
Are people watching it?
I don't know. Early, nice. Irish Lou, nice to have you here, buddy. I'm just kind of getting used to this here, make sure everything is good to go. That's why I came a little early, so I could kind of mess around with things in case I screw something up. Looks pretty good so far. The video is, it's almost like, you see how it's uneven? It might, I'm not sure, I think this here is...
Yeah.
But you can tell like with the wall, like if you look here, see?
Yeah. I think I might have just...
Anthony Smith, Poets Corner, Thomas McCartney, man, how are you guys doing today? I'm just trying to get things kind of organized here, make sure that they're working all good so we don't have any blips. The video does look canted. You see here the wall?
Yeah, do you want me to move the camera a bit?
I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's an issue of having it left or right. I think it's an issue of having it...
Oh. I'm scared to mess with it.
Yeah, I know.
So, do you think...
you know what, for the sake of it, it looks good. The wife does have some highlights, yep. I was going to get them myself, but not quite my color.
What? It looks fine.
You know what, if you didn't move it a little bit this way, it wouldn't even get that, because it's kind of throwing it out. Just a little bit.
Like that?
Just a second. It's delayed by a second.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
That's good?
Yeah, that's fine.
I could see the sign is just like a tad crooked.
The sign is crooked, but this thing here is taped up.
Oh, it's
barely hanging on.
Yeah. I think did you forget to tell Brandon? Because I just heard him like yelling.
Oh, he's probably going to be here throughout the stream. That's fine. Yeah, this here is a little canted.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think these guys are that picky though.
No, I'm going to see if I can fix it.
Emma Bridges, nice to have you here. Thank you so much for dropping by. Chris McLean, nice to see you here, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We're just kind of making sure everything's set up right here. Like I said, it's my first time going live. That kind of crapped out. First time going live, so I just don't want there to be, or I'm going to try and mitigate as many, blips as I can. Mount Miguel, nice to see you. It's nice to see all these familiar faces here, guys, in a live setting. And I'm just surrounded by technology here, trying to make sure everything goes right. So I'm going to spend roughly 60 minutes. We will get started on all the topics I'd like to cover at 6 o'clock, which is 5 minutes from now. So how you guys doing out there today? It's funny because the other one pooped out earlier too.
Oh yeah?
We had two of them up. One of them...
It's got to be that.
Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio okay? Because my device is pretty far away from me right now, about 6 feet away. Just a tad bit closer than what you would expect when I do a regular recording. Tinfoil's making your head itch. You leave for Vegas in 5 days. Well, that's exciting. Where are you staying? Sound is good? Oh, that's great. That's great. Good to hear. And you got back from Vegas last night. How'd that go? We're just having an issue on one system here, and then after that, that's why I came on live 10 minutes early, because I wanted to try and avoid this stuff. But I got the tech queen here. Soulful Music, thank you so much. Actually, the wife has been on a fitness kick lately, and she has. How much weight did you lose?
Almost 35.
Almost 35 pounds. So that's quite a bit. I wasn't always this big. I was a bodybuilder. I was 200 pounds at 8% body fat, believe it or not, just a few years ago. It was only when I got diagnosed with Meniere's disease and eustachian tube dysfunction did my health really slip. I'm not able to go to the gym and lift heavy. It seems to put pressure in my ears and causes dizziness. You're off to Vegas in July. Yeah, that's exciting. There's nothing like that wait when you're waiting to go to Vegas and you know you're about a month away, and the days just go by so darn slow. I know the feeling. We know the feeling. Guys, gals, bachelor party. Guys at Park MGM, girls at Mirage. Oh man, that sounds awesome.
Exciting.
That sounds fun.
Okay, I'll let you be.
All great restaurants. Yeah, so much selection there in Vegas in terms of restaurants, and you know we visited a lot and haven't even scratched the surface, man. Okay, so this is working now. For how long, I don't know. I kind of set it up kind of half-assed here, but my wife was able to come along. It looks like she stabilized things quite well. You're back in August. Can't wait. Yeah, she does. She's really looking good. She's been on a fitness kick for the last 2-3 months, and you know it's good on her. You know she's again, back whenever I was a bodybuilder, I was right around 200 pounds. I was around 8% body fat, and I mean I was a boxing coach. I was a boxer, and you know I was very, very fit. Nothing like you see me now today. Actually, if you go onto my channel on YouTube and you search my videos by the oldest, go ahead and take a look at what I looked like, you know, back in 2014, 2015. It was towards the end of 2015 that my health really slipped for the worse, and just stopped me from doing so many things that I normally would enjoy. But I was never always a big guy. I hate being this weight. I feel totally uncomfortable. But believe it or not, whenever I do, like let's say go for a jog, I can run 5K and it's not a problem. I think it's just the discipline that I've earned as a boxer over the years. But I try to stay as fit best I can, but I'm quite busy with my business. And you're going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Come back down if you ever want to come down.
I will. I'll come down in a bit.
Okay, right on. They say you look great.
Oh, I said thanks.
And she said thanks. Staying at the D? Oh, that's awesome. And you know, decent weather that time of year as well. Coco777, Deanna, thank you for joining and dropping by for the live feed, guys. We're going to talk about everything Coco in just a moment here, and excited to share a lot of stuff and talk about things, and you know, just battling with my problems with my ears and doctor's visits and work, and love my videos. Thanks a lot, man. I try, and I appreciate all you guys a lot. I know I say it often in videos that, you know, words can't express the gratitude that we have for everybody out there. And you know, I think we started this channel. Actually, I had a channel before this one, and I think I had like 60 subscribers on that channel. Some of the worst quality videos you could ever find on YouTube for slots. And I deleted that channel because, you know, I was getting a lot of hate mail, to be honest, due to the quality. And you know, I just said screw it, I'm not going to bother. And then we made this channel, I think in 2000. Geez, maybe around 2014, 2015, but we only started to get really into the slots part of it in 2016. And wow, did it ever take off really, really fast. I never expected to get anywhere. When I hit like the 1,000 subscriber mark, it was like, holy shit, I can't believe there's that many people interested in the slots and in the blogs and stuff like that. And I think right now we're at what, 7,500, 7,600 subscribers. So I'm definitely not the biggest. You know, I'm not the smallest. It's blowing my mind on a daily basis, and you know, it just exceeded every expectation we had. Thomas J, good afternoon, sir. Mr. Godfather is spinning in Vegas. Hey, I try, buddy. How are you? 601. All right. So guys, pretty much the subject material of the video is obviously to talk about the future of the channel. I think most of you, if you guys watched my previous video, I touched on the fact that I was going to visit two doctors regarding my ears and wondering if I could get back to Vegas because I'm currently on a no-fly and due to my ears. So basically the problem with my ears is eustachian tube dysfunction and Meniere's disease. Basically my tubes are blocked, so there's no pressure regulation in the ears. You know, most people, they swallow whenever they're driving, you know, to regulate that pressure. And when I swallow, it doesn't regulate the pressure. But it does, it's very, very slow, and some days are better. Some days it's no problem, some days it's really bad. And I met with my GP, which is my general practitioner, I think it was on April 25th, I believe, or March 20th, I can't remember anyway. She kept me on no fly based on what she saw. So basically you go into the doctor and they get you to do the Valsalva maneuver. They see if your eardrums are retracted or protracted, and they can pretty much base your condition on just a few tests. And what they found was that my tubes are still blocked. So that's what my GP had to say. It was pretty much the worst news I could have got. Was being put back on a no-fly. She put it for 90 days, and we'll reassess at that time. And I had another appointment 3 days later with my ENT, which is a 5-hour drive from where I live. And I talked to the GP, and he concurred with her diagnosis that my tubes were still blocked, but he was willing to do a surgery called a myringotomy, which is where they go in and slice your eardrums and pretty much drain all the fluid that's in there, and the cut should stay open for a period of about 2 weeks. So with a hole in your eardrum, that means that your pressure is regulated for the amount of time that your eardrums are open. And the only problem with that is he can't guarantee me when the surgery is going to take place. I mean, he's an ENT, he's quite busy. He knows about my channel here. He knows I want to fly, and so we kind of tried to come to an agreement on a time frame, and based on that time frame, we booked our stay in Vegas. I booked to stay in Vegas with the hopes that the surgery will happen by then, and we're going to try and book that surgery a day or two before I leave to go to Vegas, before I get on that plane, because if I get on that plane with my tubes completely blocked, there's a very serious chance where I can go completely deaf, because the pressure is so bad where it will completely ruin all the cochlear nerve, the hairs and stuff like that, and you can end up permanently deaf. So we're really going to try and get that done. Anyway, so the good news is we're going to be in Vegas May 20th. So that's very, very soon. Just a little over a month from now, we will be in Vegas. It's you know, we're very excited. I'm scared. Obviously, I'm very scared. A lot of anxiety going on just because of the whole flight. We usually fly out of Montreal. However, we decided to drive a little further and do the departure out of Toronto and go that way. But May 20th to May 30th, and I hope some of you guys are going to be in Vegas at that time. I know it's not much of a notice, but you know, the day we want to get back there, and I know you guys are excited for us to get back there too. I want to get more vlogs. I have plans to do so much more this time around, and I just wanted to get back there as soon as possible. And you know, when I said the date to the I just threw a number out there. I'm like, what about May 20th? And he kind of looked at his schedule and said, yeah, we might be able to make that work. So there's a good chance that we could probably get that surgery done, you know, a few days before we leave. And a bus, a train. No, how long would it take me to drive? It would take me probably a week and a half maybe to drive to Vegas, because you're talking the western side of the United States, and I'm on the eastern side of Canada. So it's, I think the drive, that far of a drive, would be harder on my ears than the flight would, because, you know, you're up and down with a car all the time anyway. And actually when I drove down to my ENT, it was just so painful, and I got dizzy. Sometimes I got to pull over on the side of the road. It's just crazy. But yes, great news. We're going to be back in Vegas on May 20th, and we'll be spending 10 days there in the city. Just me and my wife. The kids and my mother are going to be staying back this time, and so it's just going to be me and my wife. That's going to allow us to do a lot more, because when you have the kids, you got to keep them in mind. You can't just go to places, you know, where sometimes kids ain't welcome, and you know, so we're able to do more. And oh man, I got so much more planned for this trip. I'm going to go in a little bit of detail here. We're going to be staying at some new places, visiting a heck of a lot of places that we haven't, you know, visited before. Shelby Archer, nice to have you here, my friend. Diane Pollock, nice to have you here. Goody Two Shoes, you made it. Yes, Jonathan, nice to have you here, bud. Oh, amusement park tour across the country with your kids. That's awesome. Miss Slots, Mr. and Mrs. Slots, nice to see you. Yeah, I know. I like seeing the kids in Vegas too. They obviously enjoy it very, very much. My kids are a little older now since you've last seen them. And, you know, like my oldest, he's a teenager now. He's not the kid that you're used to and accustomed to seeing. You know, and he's got his friends now, and he's a really popular kid. And his friends are always over here. And, you know, my youngest son is kind of looking up to my oldest son at this point and likes to spend a lot of time with him. And, you know, we all spend time together, but, yeah, we discussed it with them about going to Vegas and if they wanted to come. And, ultimately, in the end, it was better to just have me and my wife this time around. And my mom just got a new job, too, a great job, and I don't think she could get the 10 days off. Actually, it's more than 10 days, because we travel to Toronto, and we sleep there overnight, so that's one day, then the 10 days in Vegas, and then back to Toronto, another night, and then coming back. You're almost 2 weeks gone, right? So, hey, Slotsmith Kevin, nice to have you here, my friend. Slot Gamer 23, greetings from Germany. Thank you so much for coming. Curly R from the UK. Oh man, nice to have you guys here from all over the planet, man. You know how to make a guy feel special. That's awesome. So where are we staying? Okay, so here we go. I got just kind of a rough draft here, guys, and this is subject to change. We wanted to kind of do half and half here. When I say half and half, I wanted to approach Vegas from someone who is on a budget, from someone who doesn't have a lot of money, who maybe hasn't visited Vegas before, and we wanted to touch on freebies in Vegas, more specifically the My Vegas app. So, having said that, I do have a great list here, guys, of new places that we're going to stay. And again, it is subject to change, but we do plan on spending some nights at Palms Casino. So if you looked at my top 5 best valued hotels for 2019, I did mention the Palms, and we spoke to a host over there. We forwarded her our offer that we got from Cosmopolitan, and which, without too much of a hassle, we were able to get, you know, full RFB, room, food, beverage, right up front, and just seems like a pretty good relationship to start off, and really looking forward to the Palms. So excited to see you playing in Vegas. It's been a while. It has, Diana. Just way too long. I didn't plan on having so much time in between trips. I had so much material, thankfully, that it kind of, you know, lasted the entire time. And depending on the condition of my ears, I really don't know how it's going to play out and how often I'll be able to get back to Vegas. But, you know, I'm antsy to get there, obviously. When I went to see the doctor, I threw out a date, May 20th to May 30th, and he said, okay, we could try to do something with that. And, you know, so, I mean, I was ready to go to Vegas, you know, a year and a half ago. It's just, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. Love the Palms comfortable beds, station casino. Yeah, it is a station casino. Yeah. And what's great about the Palms Casino is they just went through a $700 million restoration of the entire property, more specifically the rooms, and we are going to be getting comped their grand suite. So the Grand Suite is one of the higher end ones. Obviously not one of them whale suites. You know, I'm not a whale, but it is one of the higher tiered rooms you can get for a regular visitor to the Palms. And you know, we're going to get our stays at the Palms in the Grand Suite, which looks just absolutely fantastic. And I did ask for a view of the Strip. So it's a corner view. We're getting a corner Grand Suite. So if you can imagine the Cosmopolitan wraparound suite, it's kind of the same thing with the exception of there not being a balcony. So it's going to be an amazing view in a great room. So we are going to be spending time at the Palms Casino. Another casino that I mentioned in my top 5 best valued hotels was Mandalay Bay in Delano. So we're going to be spending time there as well. Again, you know, with the shooting there in October, really hit Mandalay Bay hard, and they're trying to regain trust from, you know, their customers and their visitors, and I think they're one of the more trying casinos in Vegas right now. When you hear of all these, you know, resort fees that are going up and parking fees and all sorts of stuff, Mandalay Bay seems to be the property that says, okay, we have these resort fees, we have these parking fees, what can we do to mitigate costs for our visitors? And I think they're doing that with their rooms. The rooms can be pretty cheap, and you know, they're great. So they deserved our business, and we are definitely going to be staying there as well. Are we planning? If you choose a specific date of group pools, let us know when and where. Hey, I'm down for group pools. I've done it in the past. Actually, the last trip we were down on it was a $2,000 group pool with people who recognized me from the channel. So it was really cool. We had a lot of fun there. We lost our money, but it was really fun just hanging out with people from the channel. And I'm not a very popular channel, so a lot of people don't make plans to meet there. But what I did find was people that I met on the fly. I'll be vlogging down the street, and someone will come up to me and say, "Hey, I know you. You're the guy on YouTube spinning in Vegas." And you know, we kind of just hang out for a little while and have fun, and you know, just have a great time. I recommend Vegas, man, because I have never been to Reno, but I have heard pretty good things. Are you planning to stay in Old Vegas or Golden Nugget? Right now, we do have a tentative booking at the D. I said I wouldn't stay there again. We are trying to change that from the D over to the Signature at MGM Grand. So here's where I wanted to implement something for a low budget or somebody who wants to try and get as many freebies as possible. Through the My Vegas app, we were able to get 2 comp rooms at the Signature at MGM Grand. However, it's too early to book that offer because it needs to be booked within 30 days. And we're outside of that 30-day window right now. And but either going to be the D or the Signature at MGM Grand. We are also trying to establish a relationship with someone at the Golden Nugget. I love the D. The suite that we were in was room 1703. It was fantastic, no problems. The only thing I don't like is the loud music in the casino. So for somebody like me who, you know, films the screen, you're going to get copyright strikes just like crazy. And what I have to do is mute the audio. And nobody wants to hear a silent slot play. It's just not fun. And it's not fun for me to play those slots. So I'm trying to stay away from the D. But I do recommend it. If you don't play this, record your slots. The D is a fantastic place to go. I've heard good things about the buffet at Palms as well. Spent my 30th birthday at the Ghost Bar on top of the Palms. It was so cool 7 years ago. I've been back there since. That new nightclub that they have there looks fantastic. The view is amazing. They just opened up a new celebrity restaurant there called Shark, which is supposed to be one of the best restaurants in Las Vegas, so I can't wait to try that. Plag Helix. Hi, there's my son, guys. Plag Helix. That is my son. He's in the chat there. Your diamond status with Caesars, no resort fees. Well, that's good, Coco. That's great. I've noticed that with a lot of properties. With Cosmopolitan as well. We were at the highest tier, and they never charge us any resort fees or anything like that. I don't know if all properties are like that, though. But it's nice to hear that Caesars does it. That's really neat. Will I do any live streams from Vegas? Yes! We're going to do it. We're going to live stream from Vegas, guys. And see how that goes. I can't attest for the integrity of the connection at any casino, but you know, I will give it a shot and see how it goes. It should be a good time. Like I said, we do plan on doing a lot of stuff that we haven't done in the previous trips. Also, another thing with our previous trips to Vegas was a lot of people complained about camera shake, and it's really hard as someone who films to keep the camera still. It's a little easier when you're pointing it just at a slot screen, but when I'm vlogging and I'm walking around, it's in my hand. So what I decided to do was purchase a gimbal. So I have this device here. It is battery operated, and what it does is no matter what I do with this, it's going to keep the camera completely still, not bouncing all around the place, and it will constantly track my face. This is a Moza Mini-Me model. Hi, Miggy.
Hi.
And this is going to mitigate a lot of that camera shake. It's a little heavy. It might kill my hand, but you know, I will use it and see how it goes. I know from just playing with it around the house, it seemed to work really well. So I'm excited to use this new device so I don't get that camera shake. What else we got here? Yes, live from Vegas will be cool. Oh man, I agree, Slot Gamer 23. It's going to be a blast. Hopefully, like I said, we can meet some people there, maybe do some group pulls and stuff like that. Staying at Videra in July. Catching the Hugh Jackman show. Nice. Videra was a property that we did look at. Just didn't make the cut. When are we going to Vegas again? Danielle, nice to have you here. Thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate those kind words you left on the channel the other day. Thumbs up. We are going to be in Vegas on May 20th, just after the day that you leave, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember your posts. I try to remember the hundreds of posts I get every day. But yeah, May 20th to May 30th. 5:25, 30. Hi, MegX. You need one of these? Yeah, these, it really works well. Like I said, I just started to play with it. I've only had it for a few days now, but I bought it with Vegas in mind, and can't wait to get there. Yeah, you're going to miss it by a few weeks. Yeah, I know, it sucks. You know, Diane, if we can get back there in September, we will definitely try. Again, it has to work out in everybody's favor. And, you know, it's tough. Like, I own a business, and, you know, it's not local. It's hours away from here, and I'm responsible for 40 other stores. So, I'm always on the road. I'm on the road a lot, and, you know, it's hard to keep track of everything. You know, we got a pretty hectic life. And, you know, she's a psychologist. I mean, you know, like, we're all busy and hectic, but busy and just fun overall. But, you know, we will try to get back to Vegas as soon as possible. Can't guarantee September. You know, the kids are just getting back to school in September, so it's kind of a tough time. Cute couple. They said cute couple. Oh, thank you very much, Thomas. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Danielle Slender. She said, I love you all. You and the family are awesome. It's hard to hear stuff like that. It really is, because I never ever thought that anyone would ever take any interest in our life or vlogs or whatever. It's just, you know, the attention and the, you know, everybody here just, wow, you guys just rock our socks, and it blows our mind on a daily basis. I read comments, 100 comments a day, and 99% of them are, you know, they're just like that. I'm blushing here. I don't know what to say. Oh, Topgolf, Emma. Yes, Topgolf is so much fun, especially if you have kids. It's really affordable entertainment. What was it, Topgolf? $40 for 2 people?
It's like up to 6.
Up to 6 people.
So yeah, it's like $40 for the group to go in. So
for a group of 6?
It's something like that.
Yeah, it's very affordable. Like
yeah.
$50 or something like that. I mean, what are you going to do for an hour, you know, for $50 in Vegas? There's really not too much. I would recommend all the way in the top floor. There's a bar area up there. You can't bring kids on the very top floor, though. They serve alcohol. But you have a really nice view from up there, and you're going to get a nice view of the southern part of the Strip. It's really, really nice. What's my favorite slot machine? That's a tough one. It used to be Walking Dead 2. I kind of digressed a little bit on that. Thought I had slot machines written down on here. No, I don't. What?
I don't know. I feel like you'd say something Wonka.
Yeah, Wonka, something
related,
Wonka, man.
One of the Wonka ones.
Or Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz one are pretty fun
Yeah.
too. Ruby Slippers 2. You can't even find Ruby Slippers anywhere now. It's pretty scarce. A lot of casinos took it out. Jeez, World of Wonka is fantastic. I've hit so many nice pays on World of Wonka. Actually, had somebody accusing me of cheating on the channel quite a few times, actually, because I have, $800 wins, $1,100 wins, and stuff like that. I'd have to say World of Wonka at this point. I don't know. It seems pretty good. The Goonies is pretty fun, too. Previous video mentioned your slot beating. What's your current appetite for gaming? I don't know what you mean by slot beating. If you can articulate that a little better, I'll be able to answer it. Slot beating. I'm not sure what that means. Hello to your beautiful wife. Shelby says hello.
Hi.
Shelby's on the channel a lot and always writing great comments. Thank you so much, Shelby. Again, the support is just so overwhelmingly heartwarming. Is all the work in your basement finished now? Yeah, Curly, it is. After a long 8-month renovation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Longest 8 months of my life.
People banging in here, and the insurance company requires that somebody from the house be here while they work. And it means that I was taking time off of work. She was taking time off of work. Oh my God. We couldn't go anywhere during that 8-month renovation, so we knew we couldn't visit Vegas within those 8 months. October, Halloween, great time to go. We were in Vegas in October of 2016, and I agree. The weather was just spot on. The city was fantastic. The ambience was just amazing. Your family's so nice. Please also vids without slots. Well, yeah, we're actually going for more of vlogs on this trip, as you know, we're doing mostly slotting in the previous trips, but you're going to see kind of a reversal here. There's going to be a big shift in what I'm going to be offering on the channel. Still going to play slots, don't get me wrong, but there's going to be a heck of a lot of vlogs. I'm going to get in depth here shortly with a lot of this stuff here. I'm just trying to keep up with the comments. Yeah, she did lighten her hair. She got lighten highlights, blonde highlights. She lost 35 pounds. She's been looking good, guys, and I wish I could say the same. Just having problems with the health. Yes, my ears. So like I said, before we fly out, I'm supposed to have a myringotomy surgery, and hopefully I can get it right before we leave, because that would be essential. Myringotomy is basically where they slice your eardrum open, so there's pressure regulation in the ears. We talked about putting tubes in the ears. I didn't want tubes after reading a lot of stuff. Tubes are great for kids, but they're not great for adults. You get a lot of scar tissue building up on your eardrum, which can impair hearing permanently. And I'm just trying to mitigate any damage. Tarzan is fun. Yeah. The new Tarzan hasn't been very nice to us.
I was thinking, is it the new one or the old one?
You guys haven't seen any new Tarzan on my channel, but because I don't play slots. Whenever I'm not in Vegas, I really don't play. The only time we play them is if we leave to go down to my work area. We get free play from Casino New Brunswick, and we'll go in and dump in the free play. And that's the only time I've played Tarzan. But I think I didn't even hit a bonus on that one yet. It's been so bad. But
really bad.
I've watched videos on YouTube, and it looks really good fun whenever you do hit them. Yeah, one last thing to stress about. I agree there, Curly. Where's your favorite place to eat? Wicked Spoon was up there. As much as I shit on the Cosmo, that Wicked Spoon buffet is...
Yeah.
It's good. I mean,
you can't compare.
You can't, like, as much as I shit on the Cosmo, it's not all bad, And we're going to talk about the Cosmo shortly again. The machines were super tight during the last trip. Does that deter you from gaming a lot this upcoming trip? Definitely a factor, Thomas, in... I don't want to say I'm kind of wimping out and scared. I mean, you have to go into slot play with the notion that you're going to lose. And I always play slots with that approach. And there was no entertainment value. And that's kind of why I buy into the whole slot thing. Entertainment value and, just trying to make the money last you a little longer. It's nice when you're sitting down on a slot machine and up and down, up and down, up and down. And I never complain if I'm on a slot machine for 10 minutes and I lose my money. Never. But when I put $100 in and I lose it in under 30 seconds, even at, like a $5 bet or a $3 bet, So yeah, it was a factor, but there's still going to be a heck of a lot of gaming going on. You know, I got to pay for rooms. I'm getting them comped, so I have to play. I don't even think you guys are going to notice a difference in the amount of slots put up on the channel, but I will, certainly. She looks awesome. Again, you got another one.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna go.
Here, you want to sit?
No. Oh,
No, sit.
okay, just for a second.
Fremont Street late at night. That always makes for an interesting video. Mount Miguel, I definitely agree with that. I do have videos. I think I have just the standalone Fremont nighttime video up on the channel. I think you might want to check that out. I know it's definitely one of the Las Vegas Journey videos. Arlene Lee, yeah, nice to have you here, Arlene. We appreciate you dropping by. It's nice to have all these people here that I recognize from the channel in a live setting. You're going to the casino in a few minutes? Why don't you film for us? One of your jackpots. There's our oldest son right there, Brandon. You want to come make an appearance? These people haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, take that off. Miss your Journey videos. Yeah, I know. I miss them too, you know, like I love editing. I love reliving the moments. My oldest son here, Brandon's going to make a little cameo.
You'll have to come behind the table.
Yeah, right here for them to see, yeah. He's taller than me now.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, he is. He's taller than I am. This is Brandon. I don't
feel that tall.
No, you're tall.
You're tall, boo. Jesus Christ, literally.
Jonathan X, Coco 777, $15 on 10 and 36. There, he's giving you some roulette advice. I put 1K, 10 minutes betting $10 a spin and I lose my shit. Your patience is admirable. I try, Jonathan.
Oh.
I get salty, don't worry. Sometimes I turn the camera off and I do a lot of yelling. No joke, like sometimes I let them get the best of me. I try to get the hell out of there before that happens. But thankfully she can ground me. I'm a slot player playing bingo tonight too with friends. Big payouts, $1,200 per game. Oof.
Wow.
Does your wife gamble much? Not as much as me,
No.
but she likes to play.
They're
They don't allow recording. Oh, okay, yeah. Some casinos are really tight with the recording. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're talking about how grown up you are, Brandon.
He is a handsome young man. Yeah, he is. He's a looker. Like I said, he's a popular kid, and yeah, the girls like him. Cutest sons in the world. Look at that gorgeous hair. He's grown up much. Yeah. When did he get so tall? He grew up. I grew this way.
Yeah. I swear it happened overnight.
What was Brandon's favorite thing about Vegas?
Oh man,
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe meeting Matt Franco because
Yeah.
I liked a lot of his magic.
There you go, meeting Matt Franco. He had a great show. Matt Franco over at the Link, the Magic Show. Probably, I don't say better than Chris Angel. They're about the same.
Yeah.
They were. They both had good shows.
They were,
Matt
yeah.
Franco was more engaging with the audience.
Yep.
Chris Angel had more extravagant magic tricks, if that
Yep.
makes any sense. He was floating around the place and like walking up a ladder like it was crazy. Matt didn't do stuff like that, but he was more engaging with the audience. I think
Yep.
like every other trick, he pulled somebody on stage,
Yeah.
and
Definitely.
you know, it was pretty good. And he got to meet him afterwards. You, Jordan, and Brandon got to meet him.
Yep.
It was cool. I think the VIP tickets for there was 5 of us,
Yeah.
and 3 of you guys went backstage to meet him. So
Yeah.
what was it, like $600, $500?
I think it was more than that.
It was more than that.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't recall.
VIP tickets.
I'm talking.
No.
I'm talking US though.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. That
Yep.
was like in February. That was a February trip. So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Well, 600 US, I think. That's not bad for 6 or 5 people with 3 VIP tickets to meet him. Rivali Sup, America's favorite family, or should I say Canada's? How you doing? I remember watching one of your videos for the first time and I loved it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and you know, thank you so much for the support. Favorite family? That's hard to hear stuff like that. I don't know. You're making me blush. Thank you so much.
Very sweet.
Are you done with the Cosmo? Will you try a new casino to stay at? Richard, nice to see you here, man. Really appreciate you coming by, pal. We are going to answer that in just a second. I got back 2 weeks ago, had a lot of luck at Treasure Island and Westgate. No luck at MGM properties. Oh, it's very nice to hear that you went to Treasure Island and Westgate, Jewel, because both of those casinos were on my top 5 best valued hotels in 2019. And it's nice to see that you went to those 2 casinos. Frank Marino's Divas Las Vegas. No, I haven't, Rich. So many suggestions from so many people on so many shows that it's hard to keep up. We took a lot of them suggestions. Well, I would say we got quite a bit of a dent there in shows, and you know, we definitely looked at all the suggestions that we got on the channel, and we got a nice list here. We'll talk about it in a second. You want a cool hoodie like Spinning in Vegas? Yeah, we do have a merch store up there. I can't remember the link offhand. I would put it on top of the screen, but it's in a live setting, and I don't know how to do that. What is that Rich Lux with the check mark? What does the check mark mean?
I'm pretty sure it means he's verified on YouTube. Just click his name.
No, I don't want to click on anything.
Well, your screen will go down here, and then you'll just be able to tap on it, and chat will come back.
I'll check it out later.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
So it just means he's verified. Okay.
I think.
Okay. Divas and Dyslexia. Means he's got over 100,000 subs.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Just check.
Welcome.
Click on his name.
Enjoy your New York vid. Great choice of oil with the city view across the Hudson. I miss New York. I think I enjoyed New York just as much as Vegas.
I did.
It was,
Definitely.
oh my god, I mean, so hot. Okay, so here's the thing. Vegas, temperatures can get really, really high, but there's no humidity. So you don't have it sticking to you. You're not sticky, you're not sweaty, you're not, you know, humidity definitely makes a difference. When we were in New York, we were still talking about 33 degrees Celsius. Us Canadians use that. But the humidity levels were like 80%, 100% sometimes, and like it was really, really bad. But you know, you look past that, and it just so much fun. I don't think we were sitting idle for any more than 30 minutes in that city. It was just on the go, doing all sorts of different things. We had a blast, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed that video, because it was off the beaten path. You know, it's something that, you know, wasn't Vegas related at all. We took a chance doing it, but I'm glad you liked it. Any favorite casinos downtown? I booked at the Dean. It's going to be my first day off the Strip. The D's where we stayed downtown, and I can tell you from experience that we had just a blast there.
Yeah.
The suites were really, really nice. We had room 1703, and I do have a review of the D up on the, I believe you watched that video, so.
It's the vibe that like reels you in at the D.
Oh yeah, the ambience is just, oh, it's second to none. I mean, you have really loud music, so if you plan on recording your slot play, you may have issues with copyright strikes on YouTube, but they are camera friendly. And man, the vibe is just amazing there. Not really the biggest selection of slots, because the casinos downtown aren't as grand as the casinos on the Strip, but you're going to have a good time. I don't doubt for a second that you're not going to enjoy your time at the D. Thank you very much, Diana, for spreading the word. We really appreciate it. Like I said, this channel has already exceeded our expectations tenfold, and you know, it's been icing on the cake for a long time now, and I can't thank you guys enough. It's just been so heartwarming. You're going to the MGM for a week next month. I didn't really care for the MGM Grand Casino, but you know, I can't attest to the rooms or anything like that. I know Thomas J is going to be staying in a remarkable room over at the MGM Grand, and you know, the casino, hotel, or property, what have you, probably does have a lot going for it. Hoodie for all. Rich is an awesome channel. 253,000 subs. That is remarkable. I couldn't even fathom having that many subs. I get 100 comments a day now. I can just imagine what somebody with that kind of subscriber base would get. Yeah, the fam is here, yeah. You guys want to see my youngest son? You both can get Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan has also gotten a heck of a lot older since you've last seen him.
And taller.
Yeah, a lot taller. Yeah, Coco, I agree. I would say 80% of the videos that I've gotten from the D were copyright strike. And, you know, I don't really care about the money. The money's not why I made the channel. There's just not enough money in it anyway. But it does suck that, here's my beef with it. I don't care that I don't make money. That has never been an issue for me. I hate that a millionaire artist makes money off my videos. Because when they do a copyright strike, they still monetize it, but all the money goes towards the artist. So if there's 15 seconds of a barely legible spot of music in the background, that artist is going to make all the money from my hard work of editing. And that's the only issue I have with copyright strikes. I don't care that I don't make money. I have many videos on my channel that aren't monetized. But I just don't like somebody else, you know, getting the rewards for my hard work. Brandy, maybe you can come over here by Monday.
Yeah.
You booked a wellness suite. Ah, Richard, the wellness suites look really great. So what sets apart the wellness suites with the regular suites is they have a air filter in there that kind of filters the air, makes it a lot cleaner, and you know they have the essential oils that get put into the room. The room is what do they call that? They wipe it down and everything, disinfected, stuff like that. Yeah, it's really cool, man. Jordan. You're live, bud. Show them how long your hair is.
It's hard to see.
It's hard to see with the darkness, yeah. It's really long.
Oh, the picture's in the way. It's really hard to see it.
Yeah, the picture's in the way. If you just stepped a little bit that way, you'd probably be able to see it. Yeah, our guys are just growing like bad weeds.
Oh, we have dice holes.
Last time we saw Jordan, he was scared of that dolphin. The Halloween video was great. Oh, you like that? Oh, man, we appreciate it. Why aren't I monetized? Oh, well, some of my videos are monetized. Most of them are, but a lot of them aren't because of copyright strikes from playing at places like the D, where the music is just, no matter where you are on the property, it's blaring. I think there's one area of the D, as soon as you go in, well, there's two entrances to the D, so the southern entrance, if you go in that way and go all the way to the left, the music there is a little bit muted, but the selection of slots is very, very, very low. What an awesome family! Thank you so much, Goody Two Shoes, my friend.
Sweet.
You guys are killing it with those nice comments. How many slots do you have in your local casino? In the UK, we are only allowed 20 max. That's why we keep having to go to Vegas. 20 max?
Wow.
That's considered a casino? We have 20 slot machines or VLTs in like a local bar in our area. I think Casino New Brunswick probably has right around 300 or 400.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest casino by far. It's small. We don't really play there. The only time I'll play at Casino New Brunswick is whenever I use the free play that they send me as promotional coupons. I'll use that. But I do not gamble outside of Vegas. That's one thing I don't do. I don't gamble with my own money. I use free play. So what I do is kind of save up my slotting for Vegas. Very nice family. The D has terrible elevators. Oh, my.
Did you even go through any of it?
No, I'm going to go through in a
Yeah.
second. Yeah, the D. Oh, the D's elevators. You got to push your floor in before, remember?
Oh,
So you push your floor number, and then the elevator comes, and it's like, what they do.
Go on a certain elevator.
Yeah, it's a really weird system, because you know that there's so many other people. The elevator kind of waits for a batch of people, and then it comes down, it hits every floor on the way down, and then hits every floor on the way up, and you're just waiting a long time. It's really a silly system. I don't really appreciate it that much. I like Cosmo. I like where they have different elevators for different levels of floors, and it makes it really, really quick. You don't have your mom with you. It's always a good time watching all of you. Yeah, my mom's working.
Yeah,
she's working right now. I said she got a new job, and it's a good job, but she's a lot more busier. She's working, you know, steady hours, and yeah, she has a fun time in Vegas too.
Okay, we're gonna take off and let you finish this.
Okay, you guys are gonna leave?
Yeah.
All right, so just gonna be riding solo here for a bit.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for coming down here and chatting with the group.
Thanks for all the love, guys.
I noticed that the camera, see the thing? It's kind of
Oh,
over one.
yep.
If you can just lower
Up?
that. Yeah.
Do I like
Lower
put
it,
this?
or that? Yeah, maybe that'll work. Yeah, there we go. Probably going to make it cleaner. Look at that!
What's that?
I can see myself. I just went from 240 to 250. All right.
All right.
You guys seem like honest, humble, and very genuine people. Oh, we try to be. You know, honesty is the best policy, and I've always gotten, you know, further in life by being an honest person. One thing about lying is you always have to remember your lies, and that can be very tough after a while. So, you know, we just try to be very humble. The D makes my head spin more. I'm not a fan, but HO Lucky Lemming slot. I think I remember that one. A high limit Lucky Lemming slot. Isn't it like a, was it 25-cent denomination or something like that? Maybe I'm wrong. Raffle West, wife and I have a video on our slot channel wearing your shirts and winning. Channel Slot Ninjas, are you serious? Man, I gotta check that out. Thank you so much for purchasing something on the merchandise page. We really appreciate the support. And I will mention here again that any money that we make, whether it be from merchandise, any type of donations and stuff like that. I just made a Patreon page. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Asking for money was never something I really felt comfortable with, but after speaking with my wife and kind of like looking at the pros and cons, we decided that any money that's given to the channel will go back into the channel in forms of contests and giveaways. You guys know that I do giveaways from time to time. I try to only do giveaways with the extra money that I get from the channel because I really don't feel comfortable taking money from anybody. It's not who I am as a person. You know, like I said, I own a business and I'm responsible for 40 other stores. You know, I do make a pretty lucrative salary, and you know, I don't feel like I need that money. So having that money to go towards you know, other people just feels right for us. Only 100 slots at a casino in the older one and no recording allowed. Oh, it sucks. Ice D, nice to have you here, buddy. Yeah, it's tough when you can't record. Like my local casino, you can't record there as well, and it really sucks. Actually, a buddy of mine who also has a slot channel here on YouTube, his name is Casino Clay, all one word, Casino Clay. He's a friend of mine. He lives not that far from me, and he was recently banned from Casino New Brunswick for filming. And you know, it's very unfortunate that that sort of stuff happens. I think they need to get with the times. And I do understand why they have these bans in place. They don't want other people's faces on the video. But if you're only filming the slot screen, I don't really see the issue. But yeah, the Casino Clay just been going through a really rough time getting banned from the only 2 casinos on Prince Edward Island, and then now with Casino New Brunswick. It's just very unfortunate. Bye. I don't know if everybody's leaving, but if you are leaving, you know, thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and you know, we're just so thankful to have you here. How often do we try to get to Vegas? Well, as often as possible. Like I said, with my work and the business and stuff, you know, I'm on the road 4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week, and you know, my wife is in her last year of study. She's going to be a psychologist. She's actually a practicing psychologist right now, and it's the time, and you know, we were just really not a lot of time there. But you know, owning my own business does allow me the freedom to go when I want, and that's a good thing. But again, stuff just has to line up right. What slots am I looking forward to playing the most in Vegas? Willy Wonka, Game of Thrones. I love the Wizard of Oz slot machines as well. Really looking forward to playing those. Walking Dead 1, Sons of Anarchy. I'm a real sucker for those licensed slot machines. And I know that's the wrong way to play, but I love them. Like I said, I'm in it for the entertainment, and those are really entertaining. Many slot channels have Patreon. Yeah, I know. And like I said, just don't feel comfortable with asking people for money. It's just, it has never been something I liked. And but you know, it's not so bad if that money goes right back into giveaways on the channel. I think that could be a system and a formula that would work. You have a ton of casinos in Washington? Not very many for where I'm from. Most slot machines, or VLTs, which is video lottery terminals, truck stops and convenience stores might have, you know, maybe a bank of machines, maybe no more than 20. and those are regulated by the provincial government and have a fixed payback percentage of 80%. And on majority of these machines, you can't win over $500 in any one bonus round or line hit. And so no matter what your bet level is, you're limited to that $500 jackpot. And it's really not a system that seems to bode well for the casual gamer. Do I play Texas Hold'em poker? Yeah. There have been instances where I went to Vegas and sat down and played roulette, blackjack, and Texas Hold'em poker, along with, oh my God, baccarat. So I don't film those, obviously, because if I took my phone out and started filming them, the dealer would, kick me out in a heartbeat. So I don't ever get them up on the channel. When I play the roulette wheel, I usually do on the outside red or black at $500 a spin. And some people would be like, "Oh my God, are you serious? $500 a spin?" I know it sounds crazy, but if you go in there with like a $3,000 budget, it seems like you're on the roulette wheel forever. And it's a whole lot of fun. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I got eaten alive doing Texas Hold'em. I sat down with what would seem to me to be card sharks. Like, they really knew how to play, and I'm not very good at poker. I remember I think it was 2 kings I had at the Cosmo, or was it at the Cosmo? Maybe it was at a different casino. Again, I don't play very often, it's hard to remember. And I got all giddy, I was like, holy crap. I looked at my wife, and that's something you just don't do in poker, but that's why I lost. Tig, I'm Dave Lynn. Holy shit. Ice D, Dave Lynn. Oh my God, it's nice to see you here, man. Wow, it's been such a long time. I hope you're doing well, my friend. For a while there, I was kind of wondering how things were. I was hoping everything was okay with you, man, because I haven't heard from you in such a long time. I'm a human being. I worry, and thank you so much for being here, man. It means a lot. It really, really does. Oh, because your fam was leaving. Oh, okay, SlotGamer23. I got you. See, right over my head. Game of Thrones, really bad pace. Yeah, it's definitely hit or miss with Game of Thrones. The first time I played Game of Thrones, I won $1,100 on it, and it was really, really fun. Hey, look, the season starts tomorrow, the final season. I love the TV show, love the television series, and I don't know, there's just something about the slot machine I really enjoy, but it's highly volatile. And I've had bad bonuses on it too, but that first time I played it, won $1,100. I think it was on the when you pick the eggs. I think it's Mother of Dragons bonus where you pick the eggs, and I just picked everything right and hit just a really nice pay on there. Yeah, the D. Dino Slots, feelings on the Cosmo. I think that's what I'm going to discuss next. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, and it's keeping me from getting on my my subject matter here. Roberta McDonald, so nice to have you here. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining us. Really, really appreciate it. Payline, Slot Channel, nice to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. So the Cosmo, yeah, let's get on that subject. Obviously, you guys are no strangers to the problems that we've had at the Cosmo in 2017. And you know what, guys, I shit on that property so much in 2017 and 2018, and rightfully so. I feel honestly that, I'm an honest person. I'm a stand-up guy, and when I make mistakes, I like to try and rectify those mistakes. I like to own them, but most importantly, I like to try my best to repair any mistakes that I make. And guys, I make them often. I mean, you wouldn't learn very much in life if you didn't make mistakes. So, and I feel that the Cosmopolitan really lacked in the customer care department. And I'll tell you, I'm not a hard guy to please. I do understand that mistakes are made, and you always give somebody a second chance. You always give someone the benefit of the doubt, and I felt like they really lacked there, and just really left a bad taste in my mouth. If they would have fixed things on the spot, it would have prevented me from saying so many nasty things about the Cosmo. And I've had contact with the Cosmopolitan between then and now, and actually most recently, three weeks ago, I had somebody call me from the Cosmo. Now it's funny, they must watch my videos on YouTube, or somebody somebody commented on my channel that somebody had wrote something on their Facebook page about my review of the Cosmo, and I've been getting phone calls on, you know, a pretty regular basis from different people at the Cosmopolitan, and most recently was probably the most serious phone call I've gotten from somebody at the Cosmopolitan. I got a phone call from the president of customer development, and let me tell you, it's hard to get in touch with the president of customer development. And you know, she wanted to know everything, and I, you know, again had to explain myself, and I've explained myself to at least a dozen people at the Cosmo. And what set her apart from everybody else was she was dead set on reparations, and I got a feeling from her that they just wanted to make good on the bad without requiring anything from me. And because I had so many people from the Cosmo previously call me up and say, you know, we're sorry about what happened, we'd love to have you back in here, we'd be willing to comp you a couple rooms for your trouble that you went through. And I'd have to explain myself, well, hey dude, I get 7 nights comped anyway in their regular offer, so whether you're going to comp me nights or not for my trouble is really not going to cut it, because it's like you feel kind of cheated at that point because you're getting rooms comped anyway. It's always been stuff like that. They would say, well, how about this? How about we offer you $200 in food credit, and maybe we'll give you $500 in free play. And then I have to explain, well, I get $1,200 in free play anyway, and I get $750 in food beverage in my regular offer. And they don't know what to say at that point. They're like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing I can do for you. And, you know, what this last person did, the president of customer development, said, okay, what's it going to take to get your business back? And I said, well, you know, I said, I'm not a hard guy to work with, and I said, talk to me. Just tell me what's on your mind. What do you think would be enough to fix what went wrong? And she said, well, I'll tell you what. She goes, we'll double your food credit, we'll double your free play, and we're going to comp you up to a week in a wraparound suite. And I was, what? She's like, yep. She's like, we don't even want you to play. She's like, you don't even have to play. This is what we're going to offer you just for coming in here. She said, if you come here and don't even play one spin on a slot machine, you're going to walk out and not have to pay one dime. She's like, you have my word. So guys, having said that, we are going to stay at the Cosmopolitan on our trip in May. I never, ever thought in a million years I would say that. Again, I had to discuss it with my wife, and we felt that we should go to the Cosmo and leave the Cosmo on a good note. Reason being is that our first day in Vegas was at the Cosmo. You know, a lot of memories there. You know, your first time in Vegas is always such a romantic time, and you know, it seemed right to go back and leave the resort on a good note. And you know, you never know, maybe I'll keep returning to the Cosmo. But we are going to have the wraparound suite all the way up with our free play double, so you're talking $2,400 in free play, $1,400 food credit, and up to a week in the wraparound suite. If we wanted more, just play our regular amount and they'll comp more. But I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, as you know. We have a lot of other places that we will be staying at. But it was really nice to see somebody that cared, and somebody that really had a genuine response to the problem. And so we are just looking forward to it and hoping that it's not too good to be true. You know, like I said, the free play's great, the food credit's great. It means that you could stay there absolutely free, not have to worry about anything. And you know, but are we gonna get stuff stolen again? are they going to overcharge my credit card on different instances? And you know, am I going to have to fight to try and to get things made right? It's a worry that I wish I didn't have to have. And but I got the feeling that they're not messing around anymore, and things should be and probably will be just okay. Should be 2 thumbs up. Yeah, a lot of people do record their slot play at the Cosmo, and that's one great thing about the Cosmo too, is their leniency in terms of you know, slot recording. And you know, I didn't have the greatest luck there on the last trip. I would leave so many slot machines, and I was just completely morose. It was very hard to hit bonuses, and when they did happen, it was just paucity at that point. Like nothing was happening. It was very unfortunate. It was just my shit luck. Cosmo, you know, is a nice casino too. It's a very nice casino. The elegance of the place, man, and like I said, it's oh my god. I just go to that casino and I just completely relish in the ambiance. It's so great. Try not to break the toilet flush this time. Yeah, that Bellagio. Oh my god, I never had such a hard time. I had to fix the toilet myself, and let me tell you, I ain't no plumber, but you know, I mucked around with that thing until I got it to work. But I think it was, what, 4 or 5 phone calls down to the front desk. It was always, oh, we'll send somebody right up, we'll send somebody right up. And then, no, nobody came, and had to fix it. It's the whole family going, no, this trip, no. We discussed it, you know, we would have. My kids are older now. Brandon, my oldest son, you know, he's got a lot of friends, and he likes to hang out with his friends now. They're playing Fortnite, they're playing all these games on the internet, and, you know, they kind of just, you know, stick together, and you know, my youngest son is, you know, looks up to his older brother, and he spends a lot of time with him, and I don't think it's as important to them as it was years ago. Next trip we will take them, but not on the trip that's upcoming here in May. Maybe they'll overcompensate this time. Hey, it'd be great. You know, like I said, I'm so easy to work with. An example, we're going to be staying at the Palms Casino this trip as well. And we spoke to a slot host over there, or casino host, and forwarded her our offer that we got from Cosmo. And, you know, she's like, you know, we'll pick you up at the airport in a limo. And I stopped her. I said, no. I said, you know, we're more than capable of taking a taxi or an Uber or whatnot, and you know, I don't want something for nothing. I like to work for the comps that I get, and you know, I want to show you that I'm not just trying to get something for nothing. And you know, she was like, that's the first time I've gotten that response from somebody. Usually they always jump on a limo, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I said maybe we can get to that point in the future, and look at options like that. I don't know, I feel bad taking stuff from people, man. It's just not who I am as a person. Aria lets you record and is better? No, I heard that Aria was tight on the recording side of slot videos. Now, I could be wrong. I haven't been to Aria before, but I thought that other slot channels were having problems with them. Now, this was years ago, so I can't attest to their rules, you know, as of late, recently. But hey, that's awesome, man. If Aria is allowing people to record, it is probably one of the best casinos and properties in Vegas. That's awesome, man. Thank you for letting me know that, Paylines, because I do plan on visiting Aria as well. We actually have 3 hours in the itinerary budget strictly for Aria. I'm going to do a complete casino review and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty neat. Tell them to shove their resort fees up their ass. Oh, isn't that annoying? I mean, come on. The nickel and diming in Vegas the last few years has just been crazy. And pretty vexatious, to be honest. I mean, because for a lot of first-timers, they don't know about these fees up front. They book their hotel room, and they don't read the fine print. And that's why I stress in my review videos to read the fine print, because, you know, you have these resort fees, you have these deposit fees of like $150 a night. You know, plus any parking if you're planning on parking. And a lot of people do not budget that, and it could absolutely ruin your trip. And I've heard some horror stories, man. You don't want to get there with a budget and find out that, you know, 50-75% of your budget is going towards deposits and a resort fee and stuff like that. It's just, oh, I could never imagine somebody finding that out last second. It's got to be crushing. I've had a lot of hotels. One of them had a fresh remote. Plag Helix, my son. Yeah, we stayed at a hotel in Woodstock, New Brunswick, last summer, and and the remote was sitting on the bed with a thing around it that said "fresh remote," almost like it was a piece of produce or something. Here at my local casino, we went to exchange my 1 million points, and they just tied a balloon on my finger and gave me a bag of confetti, threw it over my head myself, and they set me to play more. Oh, that's insulting, my friend. I also heard a story of somebody at the Cosmo who plays a heck of a lot. I think they're on YouTube, but they're like high rollers, like whales, and you know, $200 to spin, and they got a dollar store vase for like a prize, and they were pretty upset with that. I don't know who it was, but I remember hearing a story from a few people. It sucks when, you know, stuff like that happens. Like I know my former local casino, they do the same thing. Like if you spend like $10,000 worth of bets, you go and you get like some type of a glassware. It's not the way to go about things. You know, I have studied marketing, and I don't know who's running their marketing departments, but ouch. What do you think of the Wynn Casino? We stayed there 4 times and found out they're really greedy with their comps. Emma, we've had an opposite experience with Wynn. We've played there, haven't stayed there. We did book a stay at the Wynn on our last trip, but when we found out how unfriendly they were with kids, we decided to cancel the stay because the family was with us. But I think I played 3 slot machines there. One of them slot machines was basically on a promotional offer that they sent me, and then not an offer that they sent me. When I signed up for their membership at that time, it was a promotion where it was like $50 in free play. So I signed up, got the $50 in free play, played on a slot machine, and I actually won on that slot machine, and it carried me for 2 more slot plays. So I did the entire 3 slot plays on their free play, and now they're sending me offers in the mail for 2 free nights. Hey man, that's pretty good. I don't think I'll take advantage of them as long as my family's going. My kids actually got, if you're familiar with the Wynn obviously, so the area that connects Wynn and Encore, where those shops are, they have like chocolate shops and restaurants and stuff like that. My kids got kicked out of that area, and you know, there's no bars around there. There's no alcoholic beverages. You're not in the casinos. We were looking at the chocolate store there. I can't remember the name of the chocolate store. They sell like, you know, all sorts of different confectionaries, and we were in there looking around, and our kids were just right outside that chocolate store, but within, you know, 10 feet of us. And a security guard had came over and told them that they had to leave and that they couldn't stay there. And, you know, that was pretty upsetting, so we decided to cancel. But, yeah, the offer that we got, the 2 free nights based on the free play that we ran through the machines there, was pretty cool. Wi-Fi sucks at Aria. And again, that's kind of like, it's like a kick in the ass because you're paying good money for these resort fees. And in those resort fees is the free internet connection. So I think if people really spoke up, you know, about these resort fees and started to make more of a fuss, we might be able to mitigate them a little bit, maybe have them lower it, but they're in the position to do whatever the heck they want because we're still going to visit either way, right? Goody Two Shoes, thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it a lot. And, you know, the support that you've shown to the channel is just overwhelmingly heartwarming. I just appreciate it so much. Is there just one high limit slots room in the Cosmo? Do Cosmo match Caesar Diamond status? Yes. Cosmo will match, as far as I know, any offer that you do get from another property. And they do have a high limit area at the Cosmo. The slot selection is not the greatest, but I don't think the slot selection at any high limit area in any casino is going to offer a whole lot of variety. But they do have a high limit area there, and it's from what I understand, a lot of people do take advantage of that high limit area, or I should say the high limit area takes advantage of them. No, Roberta, I don't spend any of my own money on gambling outside of Vegas. That's what people sometimes don't know about me. It's troublesome for a lot of people, you know, gambling. A lot of people lose a lot. I don't let it get that bad. I used to play at my former local casino, but the comps were just, well, when I say bad, it would be just a huge understatement. You know, I could run, I think I worked it out in a 6-month period, like, I can't remember what the numbers are, and I hate to lie. I don't want to say something and not have it be true. But I got to their highest tier within days. And, you know, I was consistently spending a lot of money. And, you know, you're talking $500,000 worth of bets in a very short amount of time. And didn't even get a free night. I would get discounted nights at like $20, and they would give me $25 in free play and a free buffet. And I just thought, you know, especially after going to Vegas, I thought that was just so stingy because, you know, after just a small amount of play at the Cosmo, we were getting just offers like crazy and freebies and comps and stuff like that. And I just felt really cheated, and I decided not to spend my money at an establishment that didn't seem to appreciate me as a player. So, and I stuck to my guns on that. I haven't went back and spent my own money. I will, however, take advantage of any free play that they send me, because with my owning the business and working on the road, I do spend a lot of time at the Casino New Brunswick Hotel, and I just throw the free play in there, and I add it up as I go. If they give me $50 in free play or $100 in free play, I'm subtracting the bet amounts as I'm going through it, and I take whatever money I get from it, and I don't play anymore. And, you know, that's been pretty good because it helps me pay for my hotel. You tried any off-strip or old section casinos? We've done a few the locals go to and just seem to win more. Richard, we highly considered Red Rock. We even highly considered Sam's Town. The only thing that kept us away from it was the fact that it's so far off the strip. We do know that there's a lot of value offered in these hotels, most specifically with the better payback percentages and the comps. We feel like we need to experience a little bit more properties on the strip and downtown before we venture to the station casinos that are on Boulder Highway, or even Red Rock, which is damn near up in Summerlin. So once we get that kind of out of our system, we will venture to them. So in the future, we will visit Red Rock, absolutely, but just not on this next trip. Hey, thank you so much, SlotGamer23. Like I said, man, your support, very, very, very much appreciated. It's the free cookies at the high limit room that everybody wants. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like the free food and drink, like that was something that we weren't used to when we were visiting Cosmo. We have people come up to ask, "Are you hungry? Do you want something to eat?" Stuff like that. Even when you're checking into your room, you have free wine. Unbelievable, man. That was really cool. And hey, man, you can't beat the cookies. And do I look like I'm picky about what I eat? Nah. Yes, Coco, they do. Yes, Cosmo absolutely will match any offer. As far as I know, they do. If you forward them an offer you get from a competing property, as long as it's a competing property. Now, if you send them an offer you get from El Cortez, they're not going to pay much mind to that. But if it's a competing property, they will. Absolutely, and Caesars is a competing property. There's a park there, yeah, next to Red Rock. Yeah, like, we definitely did our research on Red Rock, and, that's why we highly considered it. We were looking at a batch of about 10 hotels, and ultimately decided to go with the ones that we went with here. But like I said, we are looking forward to staying there in a future date. You don't drive in Vegas, do too much driving or jobs. What's the best alternative, Emma? If you go to, I think it's Viator.com, so that's Viator, Viator.com. Search up the Hoover Dam tour and get the tour that's called the Express Tour. Actually, if you just go to Google and type in Hoover Dam Express Tour, book it. It was fantastic. You have a great guide who is very, very experienced in Las Vegas history. He knows a lot of stuff, and he's also very comedic. So, you know, he'll get a laugh or two out of you. But it was very, I don't want to say, it was quick. It was quick in a good way. They didn't drag on certain things. It was very to the point. You got in there, you felt like you spent all the time you needed to, and you got back to Vegas. It was really a good time, and if I was to recommend anything, it would be the Hoover Dam Express Tour. And hopefully you get the same guide that we got. He was really top notch. What's your favorite M Life properties? We have some comps with them. You know, Mirage was really, really nice. We really enjoyed that. Casino was huge. We don't care for the Bellagio rooms. Now, that's not really a fair statement, actually, so I digress there. You know, we got jammed into a basic offer room, which aren't going to be the best. Aria, I think, is going to be what people are going to suggest to you for being the best M Life property. I think I would be lying if I said that Aria wasn't going to be the best one out there. Just it seems to be a really captivating property, and I think you'll enjoy it. Your next Vegas vacay, 5:30 to 6:3. Oh man, I'm just gonna miss you, buddy. Man, you're gonna be on Vegas the day we leave. We're gonna be there from May 20th to May 30th. So that really sucks, Dave. I could certainly hang out with you for a while again, man, and hopefully not get split up and lost again. Oh man, that was funny, man. I look back on that, and as much as it sucked at the time, I can laugh about it now. Man, that was crazy. We got mixed up there. So me and Ice D actually met up in Vegas. He's from Cali, and we met up at the Cosmopolitan, and then we went over to the forum shops over at Caesars, and he went to get his watch. He has a really nice Rolex watch, and he went to the Rolex to get it kind of cleaned up. And I said, okay, we're just going to go down here. My son wants to go to the Nike store. Never saw Dave after that. We actually did meet back up at the Cosmo a little bit later, but man, that was funny. You were at Red Rock a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. Yeah, we hear a lot of good things, Mount Miguel, and which is why we actually considered it, was based on the recommendations we got from so many people. Slot Ninjas, so awesome to have you here. Okay, you're Ralph West's wife. Okay, I got you. You were wearing your Lucky Spinning in Vegas shirt. Again, thank you so much for making the purchase on the Spinning in Vegas merchandise store. All the proceeds, again, from the sales of any gear and any super chats or any donations that made to the channel is going to go right into contests. And I have a pretty good contest that's going to be coming up here in the next, well, I think I'm going to run it after we get back from our next trip, but it's going to be a nice one. And when I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away somebody $1,000. You heard it here first. So I will be giving one viewer $1,000 through PayPal. I don't think any other slot channels do giveaways that often. I might be wrong. I don't know all the slot channels out there. There seems to be new ones popping up every day, which is great. It's nice to have a big, growing community. But I want to make sure that any proceeds from any sales of merchandise, super chats, anything like that are going to go right back to the channel. I don't plan on keeping one penny. It's just not who I am. Coco, thank you so much, my friend, for dropping by. I really appreciate you dropping by here and showing support to the channel, man. It's awesome. Yes, Edwin, we just heard about that Any Ride app. So what it does is combine the Lyft and Uber, and will give you the best price. Basically, that's what it does. And we will be using the Any Ride app on our next stay to Vegas. Absolutely, yep. And another good website, Edwin, is Turo.com. So Turo.com. Now, this is if you want to rent a car. Now, there's no shortage of car rental businesses in Las Vegas. The problem with them is they are very expensive. Our day-to-day vehicle is a Mercedes-Benz. So we drive a Mercedes-Benz. And if we wanted to rent a Mercedes-Benz on, just a generic car rental website, you're looking at like $300 a day, which is ridiculous. On Turo.com, you can get a Mercedes-Benz for about $50 a day. And you can get other vehicles for as low as $20 a day. We've seen some vehicles go for $20 a day, and you know. But yeah, no, this app, this AnyRide app, is really really cool, man. Dave, LOL. Yeah, it's good to laugh about it now, but at the time, man, it was kind of. You'll be there from May 27th to May 31st. Yes, I am. We will be there during that time. We leave on the 30th, but we will be there May 27th. We will actually be at the Cosmopolitan for the last 4 days of our trip. So that's going to be really cool. Maybe we can meet up, you know. I love meeting people that watch the channel. It's always a lot of fun and nice to learn about. And it's mostly, it's great to have, you know, when you make a date with somebody and, you know, you set up a meet and greet. But it's the impromptu people that you meet. You're just walking down the strip or through a casino and people stop you and they recognize me from YouTube. And, you know, that's always very, very fun, too. When do you think the best time of the year to go is? Oh, well, Emma, we had the best time in February. The weather, well, the weather for us in February is fantastic. You know, being from Canada, you know, the weather in February in Las Vegas is just a real treat for us. But if you're coming up from Mexico, it's not going to be as nice, you know what I mean? And that was a really cool thing. In February, you had the locals who were, you know, just slightly bundled up. You know, they had like a hoodie on or something like that, and a pair of jeans. And then you had the people from Mexico with big heavy jackets on, and then you have the Canadians walking around with shorts on and a t-shirt, and we're white as a ghost. You know, like it's so funny to see all those different people. You know, northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Like it's really really cool. But we had a blast in February. The city's not as busy. So you're not really shoulder to shoulder with a whole lot of people. A lot of the deals are going to be more abundant in the winter months, and in our opinion, the slots were just more cooperative and so lavish with the bonuses. Like we've gotten, I think we got, I'm going to say 4 hand pays while we were there in February, and just had so much fun. I'd have to say February. You had tickets to see Brittany. Booked her trip. Wouldn't you know she canceled? Oh, did she? We were looking at Brittany too. Actually, my wife wants to go see Kelly Clarkson. I think she's at Paris. She's doing a charity concert. The tickets are astronomical. Like even if you're all the way out in the back, it's like $90 a ticket. If you want more in the middle, it's over $300 a ticket to see Kelly Clarkson. So we thought that was a little steep. But what we're going to do is we're going to go like kind of last minute, go to these Ticks for Tonight booths and see what we can get. September 12th to 16th, G2E in October. That'd be really nice to go to, Dave, the G2E. So seeing all these slot companies and seeing, you know, what they're creating, I bet you that's just so much fun. I haven't had the pleasure of going during that time yet, but it's definitely going to happen. Jackie McGlone, thank you so much for dropping by. So nice to see you, dear. Thank you so much for the love and support, man, that you have shown this channel. Man, we can't say thank you enough. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't rent a car at the Vegas airport. Now that's some advice right there, man. Yeah, anything you do at the airport is just going to be inflated, and we don't recommend doing business with the airport outside of your you know, going through the darn thing to get to where you need to be. I agree. Hey, from Ireland, Wayne Ryan, thank you so much, my friend, for dropping by. Appreciate you, man. You'll be at New York, New York. You were there February 26, 28 in a wraparound. Oh, very nice, David. I got some, I don't know if I should say this. No, I don't think I should say this in a live setting, but yeah, I won't. I've got some unfortunate news about somebody at the Cosmo, and keeping my fingers crossed, man. So we're all caught up here with the comments, so I'm going to kind of go through some things here, just to kind of reiterate, because I will be signing off here in about 10 minutes. So yes, you all know that I had doctor's appointments for my ears. I was on a no-fly order from my doctors for a period of 6 months. That 6 months ended about a month ago, and my GP said I couldn't fly. She kept me on the no-fly order for a period of 90 days. So I decided to Well, I didn't decide to. I had an appointment with the GP, and then 3 days later had an appointment with my ENT. And he is a 5-hour drive for me, and I went to see him, and he said that for the sake of me flying, he was going to perform surgery on my ears called a myringotomy. So basically what a myringotomy is where they go in and they completely slice your eardrum. And what that allows is for pressure regulation to happen. Did that just shut off? No, I'm still live. Okay, what the heck? I got a problem here on this end. Let me see here. Bear with me here, folks. Hey, there I am. There we am. Okay. Whoa. Sheepfly 100 $2 super chat. My very first super chat. Holy shit. A thumb for each dollar. You rock. Thank you so much. Again, any super chat money will be donated right back into the channel in terms of contest giveaways. Like I said, the big giveaway is going to be at 10,000 subscribers because one lucky subscriber is going to get $1,000. It's going to be a really cool contest. I forgot what I was talking about. Dang it. Shit. I completely lost track. David, if that's what you were told, my friend, they were putting it lightly. Put it that way. I had a chat with the president of customer development at Cosmo, and we spoke briefly of Tanya, and I got to say I was a little heartbroken. Yeah, Treasure Island. No, I agree, Paylons. Treasure Island is a place I'm going to be doing some play at this trip and a complete review of the casino. They did make my top 5 best valued hotels for 2019, and rightfully so. They just seem to have their shit together right now, and it's... I agree. They deserve everybody's chance. Optional resort fees is fantastic. I agree. Free parking, give you free play like candy. That's what a casino needs to do. That's nice to know. You know, if there's a free Wi-Fi connection at the share pickup at the Vegas airport, I do not know, Edwin. I don't spend enough time in the airport to really. Maybe a Google search might help you there, but I just don't spend enough time to. And for me, I don't worry so much about cell phone service while I'm in the States. I suppose I can let the cat out of the bag now. Everybody knows I own a business, but they don't know what kind of business I own. I own a cell phone store. So, you know, I deal with this stuff on a regular basis. And, you know, while I'm filming on my phone right now, I have a 10X Max. And I don't pay for data. I don't pay for minutes. I don't pay for anything. I could go to China and watch YouTube all day long and never get charged data fees. So even when I travel across border, it's the same thing. So I don't try to hook up to Wi-Fi or anything like that. I could just use my own data. Talking about GT and ENT. Oh, or something. Yeah, about my ears. Yeah, right. You're right. Thank you so much, Brandon. There is Wi-Fi at the airport. Yeah, I figured there would be Wi-Fi at the airport. Yeah. Yeah, the freaking doctor with the ears. So they want to perform a myringotomy, which is a slice into my eardrum that will stay open for 2 weeks, which should give me enough time to go to Vegas and back, and hopefully the cut doesn't heal up while I'm in Vegas, because the flight coming back could have some pretty negative consequences, and I'm so worried and scared. My anxiety level has never been higher, put it that way. And I'm not even guaranteed to get in for that surgery before I leave. But I already bought the plane tickets. I already booked the hotels. I've already done everything. So regardless of getting the surgery or not, I'm jumping on that plane. I just hope I don't end up deaf when I land in Vegas, because any damage done to my ears will be permanent. You like staying at the D, free parking, free Wi-Fi, rooms are always free, never pay for food. Just so far being on the East Coast. Yeah, I can't say too much bad about the D. I've stayed there before in their suites, more specifically room 1703. And The only thing bad I could say about the D is the loud music in the casino. That would be normal and completely fine for most people. For somebody like me who records their slot play, I just get so many copyright strikes from YouTube because of the music playing in the background. But for anybody else, man, they enjoy that, and you know the ambiance there is just second to none. You know, it's a great vibe there at the D. I've stayed in some pretty crappy, been in some pretty crappy casinos on Fremont. El Cortez is one. I know a lot of people like El Cortez. It's affordable and whatnot. It wasn't for me. I was pretty despondent whenever I visited that property, and I just I just checked it out because a lot of people are really raving about these payback percentages, but not for me. Roberta, going to California. Yeah, it might happen during this trip in May. We're going to see, there's one day where it's kind of free time where we don't know what to do yet. We have ideas, we don't know which way we're going to go. We just feel like if we go to California, going for one day, like going there and coming back in the same day, is not going to allot enough time to spend in California. So I might be getting pushed to the back burner, but again, we're going to see. We almost went on our last trip to California. We got our itinerary lost. It was stolen from the room, along with a bag with our money and insurance documents and travel documents. And Knott's Berry Farm was what we were supposed to do during that trip. Yeah, great data plan. Yeah, here in the Netherlands, they don't have a world data pack. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't pay anything. It's free data, free minutes, free text, for everything, no matter where I am. Just unlimited, which is really nice. Email you at your email about Tanya. Yeah, maybe send me a message on Facebook, Dave. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get these comments later. It's my first time going live. If it does, or I could see that email, I'll shoot you an email. Bonus time slots. Yeah, no, I agree. Red Rock almost made the itinerary for this trip. We just felt like we needed to stay at a few more properties in or around the Strip, and then once we kind of get that out of our system, we will definitely venture over there to Red Rock, because we hear great things about Red Rock. Traffic is insane in California, keep that in mind. Looking forward to it. I really, really am. I'm attracted to busy places. I really, really am. I like, because where I'm from, it's really barren. There's not a whole lot of stuff here. A little mundane, if you ask me. And so having all these people, all these different walks of life and cultures is really attractive for me. And I would welcome the challenge. How the heck did you get stuff stolen from room? Wow. Yeah, so in July of 2017, we went for our breakfast as we normally did at the Wicked Spoon. There was 5 of us. And when we came to our room, returned, we noticed that the room had been cleaned. And later on that day, we noticed a very important bag was stolen out of one of our luggage bags. Now, I agree, we should have had our valuables locked up. But you know, you do feel like you're somewhat protected when your room door is locked, and you know, it's kind of your privacy, right? In that bag was, so when we go to Vegas and we buy things, all the change that we get goes into a bag. We never spend the change. We always keep the change, bring it back home, and then recycle it and make bills with it for our next trip. And we had, I think, a little over $120 in coins, if that makes any sense. Yes, we did really have that much because we buy a lot of stuff and we spend a lot. That was stolen, but it was in a bag with a whole lot of other things. So our itinerary was there, our insurance documents were there, our travel documents was there. We were so lucky, our passports were just in a bag on the inside of it, and usually we have them in that same bag. It just happened we had them in a different bag. They would have been stolen too, and we wouldn't have been able to return home, or it would have been very, very difficult. But it happened. You know, we had a bag stolen, and that was a piss off. And our insurance documents, our itinerary. So we go to Vegas with the itinerary right down to the minute. So we all of a sudden we were lost. We're like, what the hell do we do? We can't remember what we were supposed to do. You know, our budget was in there, and we don't know what to. It messed a whole lot of things up. And when we brought that to the attention of the casino or the hotel, they just didn't really seem to care, and that's kind of what made us salty there for quite a while. Morongo Casino. That's in California, I'm assuming, because I've never heard of it. There's chat replay. Okay, well, that's cool. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that, man. Will you go to the new Vanderpump Bar and Chasers? Definitely on the list of places to go. We've got so many restaurants and recommendations from people that we are pretty tight on them. Like, I'll give you guys some idea here of where we'll be going. Grand Canyon is on the list of places to visit. I feel like I got to go now to pay my respects to the 3 individuals who lost their lives there in the recent weeks. Very unfortunate that, you know, this is supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for somebody, and they lost their life there. 3 people, I believe, in 8 days lost their life at the Grand Canyon. But a place that we've always wanted to go, and we're going to do it. We're going to wing it on our own. We're not taking any tour. We're going to rent a car on Turo.com and head there. We're going to be going to Eagle Point, which is the Skywalk area. So looking forward to that. Mod Museum is up there again. The Neon Graveyard, Zach Baggins Haunted Museum, David Copperfield. Probably going to go to 1 or 2 Cirque du Soleil shows. We got tentative there for Kelly Clarkson. We're going to be going down the new zip line at the Link Promenade. We're going to be going to a lot of casinos and doing full casino tours. So I'm just going to be walking through. I got a new gimbal device for anyone who doesn't know. So, if, you know, like last time in my vlogs, I'd be filming myself but walking at the same time, and it creates a lot of camera shake, a lot of bounce. This will mitigate that shake completely. It's a gimbal. So it'll face track me, and it'll keep the video nice and still. I will walk through a casino with this and really highlight different areas of the casinos and really review them in depth. Same thing with like hotel rooms, restaurants, you know, vlogs on the strip will all be done with this stuff, with this gimbal here, and really looking forward to offering, you know, just more better quality. And I will be shooting in 4K now as well. Again, better quality for those future videos, and you know, I'm really looking forward to it. But that's just scratching the surface, what I mentioned here. I don't want to spoil too much, but there'll be a lot of friggin' places we're going to be going. Lightning Link or Dragon Link? Favorite slot? Lightning Link. Easy one there, buddy. I haven't really hit much on Dragon Link, but Lightning Link has always been very, very good to me. I've actually gotten a hand pay on Lightning Link, which is really cool. 17th trip in 7 years. Wow. Does it ever get old? You know, for us, it always seems refreshing, and no matter, you know, as often as we've been to Vegas, it always seems unfamiliar to us. There's always something new, and things are just whimsical down there, you know. It could never seem like it gets old, for me anyway. California, a lot for kids to do, oh my god. Yeah, no, that's why California was on our itinerary for the last trip, was because it was so child-friendly. And it will happen, Roberta, without a doubt, absolutely. How long is it to Grand Canyon? Well, the Skywalk, Emma, from Vegas is roughly 2.5 hours drive. So you're going to spending, you know, 5 hours driving and probably an hour or 2 at the Grand Canyon. So, you know, you budget a day for that. But if you were to take a tour, I believe the tours are anywhere from like 10 to 12, maybe even 14 hours long. So you're going to get up at like 6 in the morning, and then, you know, some of these tours you're getting back at 10 o'clock at night. And that for us was something that we weren't interested in. We don't want to invest that much time to go to one location, you know, and spend an hour or 2, so we decided to wing it. South Rim is the real Grand Canyon, not the Skywalk scam. I agree. I know a lot of other people, they do go to the South Rim, but for the sake of keeping the time down, we decided to go to the Skywalk. We know Eagle Point can be a tourist trap, they call it, but it's kind of what we had the budget for. NG Slots records that Morongo and always wins big. Well, that's good to hear. It's nice to know that people are winning out there, man, because there's a lot of people losing. Have you been watching the hockey playoffs? Absolutely, Dave. You know, I'm rooting for my Bruins. As all they're playing tonight. I know Toronto had that big win there in the first game. You know, rooting for the Bruins. I don't mind the Leafs. The Leafs are a good team. I don't really hate any hockey, well, with the exception of the Montreal Canadiens. I do not like the Montreal Canadiens. I love the Bruins. I love the Vegas Golden Knights. Leafs, I do like the Leafs. It's kind of, and Vancouver Canucks. I love the Vancouver Canucks. And that kind of sucks because when the Boston Bruins went up against the Canucks for the Stanley Cup playoffs, my head was spinning. You know, it was like, oh, one day I want one team to win, next day I want the other team to win. And, you know, I guess it's kind of good in a way because no matter who won, I was going to be happy, right? But it was bittersweet for me being a diehard fan of both teams. Appreciate your videos and Vegas hotel reviews. Mike Smo, thank you so much. It's at this point, it feels like it's the least I can do for you know, for so many great people who support the channel and continue to support it and come back. And it's been very, very overwhelming in a good way. You know, I say it time and time again, and we just never expected the channel to get where it is today, and never ever expected that people would be interested in our vlogs, our videos, our personal lives, and you know, you guys are top notch, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, this next trip is looking to be a real winner. I'm going. It's nice that we're going to be able to kind of put aside the problems we had at the Cosmo and look forward to a future with the property and kind of move past all the bullshit. You know, because like I said, I'm easy to work with, and that's going to be great. Again, looking forward to Mandalay Bay, Delano, southern part of the strip there, but you know, look like fantastic properties. Palms Casino, again, another one that we're going to be staying at. And again, we don't know if we have the D tentatively booked. We're trying to get that out of there and go with the signature at MGM Grand. Again, just to highlight the My Vegas app. We just want to be able to show you guys that you can go to Vegas on a budget, and you know, by using an app and stuff like that, you'll be able to get comp rooms. Always have enjoyed all of your videos and how well you edit them. Looking forward to watching live play one day, maybe. You mean live like in person, or me going live while I'm at a casino? Because I will be going live while I'm in Vegas on the next trip. Absolutely will be doing it. I will be going live probably for like 30-minute segments at a time, because it kills your battery really, really fast to go live. I do have power rocks, but I still have to limit the amount of time that I do it, because I notice when I even just regular filming, I might get 3 hours out of my battery, which is kind of limiting because I do a lot more play than that in a run of a day. So I'm just going to reiterate quickly again everything here, guys, and I'm going to sign off. So we will be going to Vegas in May. Absolutely, the flights are booked. Everything's booked. May 20th to May 30th. I am calling out all other slot channels out there and all the viewers. Would love to meet up with you guys in Vegas. Maybe do some group polls. You know, just meet and greets. I don't mind going to lunch with people. You know, on me, beers are on me. And just having some fun with the viewers out there and other slot channels. I love collaborating. You know, I'm that type of person, and I really, really hope to meet a lot of people there in Vegas between May 20th and May 30th. As it looks now, I'll be spending the 20th and 21st at the Palms, 22nd and 23rd at Delano, Mandalay Bay. The 24th and 25th will be either at the D or the Signature at MGM Grand. I'll know as we get closer. And then May 26th to the 29th at the Cosmopolitan. And again, really, really looking forward to meeting anybody that wants to meet up there in Vegas. I always run into people on the fly, but would like to have some meetings set up. Never stayed or played at the Cosmo. Watched other YouTube videos and players seem to do well there. I'm kind of turned off there because of your bad experience. Yeah, I know, Mike. I would be lying if I said I'm not worried about returning. Sometimes the cut's a little deep, and you feel like the reparations aren't enough. Again, I feel like after speaking with the Vice President of Customer Development that they really care and they want to be part of our next trip, and it's all on them. So whether I go there, and even if I don't spend a dime, all of the stuff that they're offering me is, well, free. So I figure there's nothing to lose. Hopefully, when I say nothing to lose, knock on wood, I'm talking strictly here like the stuff in our room. I don't want to lose anything, you know. Like I'm really hoping that we can leave the Cosmo on a good note and a positive note. Do you think betting higher denom on slots gives you a better chance of winning a big win? Emma, I do believe that playing a higher denomination slot will give you a better payback percentage. In my experience, betting higher denom will net you higher wins. You know, and I have crunch numbers often because I like to win when I play, but where I go wrong a lot is playing these licensed penny slots, and I play them because I'm in it for the entertainment value, because I know I'm not going to win, I'm going to lose at the end of the day, so I'd rather be entertained. I do max bet on the penny slots because I like giving myself a chance at the jackpots and progressives, but you would be a smarter player overall playing those higher denom slot machines, absolutely. Slot Ninjas, thank you so much. You have been an amazing supporter of this channel. Best wishes to you and your husband. Can't thank you enough. I will go over to your channel. I really, I should have probably been there a lot sooner, but I'm very, very busy here, especially with the work and with the ears and stuff, and you know, the Vegas planning. I'm going to stop by probably tonight or tomorrow and give you guys some support and love. Thank you so much for dropping by, my friend. Don't forget the Henry. We'll never forget the Henry, my friend. Great meatloaf over there. Courtesy of Dave for letting me know about that one. Actually, no, I think I let him know about the meatloaf. Thanks for going live. Looking forward to your live sessions in Vegas. Arlene, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks for going live. Hey, no worries. I'm glad. I'm sorry it took this long. Thanks for going live. Can't wait. Take care of you and your wife. We'll do. Trying our best to stay in best health. We do what we can do. Thanks for streaming, Spinning. Great tips as always. Back to your PS4. Have fun gaming, my friend. Play $100 on Wheel of Fortune. You know I will. There'll be a lot of Wheel of Fortune live plays during my next trip. I introduced you to the Henry. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, that meatloaf at the Henry was fantastic. Really, really good. When's the next live stream? Not entirely sure. Maybe I'll try to get another one before I go to Vegas. I know as of late I'm not posting videos a lot. It's because I really don't have a lot of material. And guys, nobody hates that more than me. I love editing. I love reliving all the moments, man. And just, you know, it's like I'm in Vegas again. And having very little material for the channel is terrible. I agree. It's but I'll try to go live again before I leave. Brandon, you like the Henry. Who doesn't like the Henry? It's awesome. Thomas, thanks again, my friend, for stopping by and, you know, your continued support of the channel, man. Can't thank you enough. I know I'm very redundant in that stuff, but thank you. Really appreciate you. Kevin Karen, thank you so much for dropping by. We're ready to sign off here in a couple minutes, but the live stream will be uploaded to the YouTube page, I believe, and you can go through the whole thing. We talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of good news. Go check it out. Don't want to spoil it too much for you. Yeah, I think I've been streaming now for over an hour and a half. I wanted it to be 60 minutes, but, you know, you guys know me. I like to ramble on, man. I got a mouth that don't stop. Two hours. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't even seem like 2 hours, but yeah, I went live at 6. It's now 7:45, so yeah, we're really pushing that 2 hour mark. It's like you ever watch my Las Vegas Journey episodes, and you know, at the beginning of the video, I'm like, yeah, guys, it's gonna be a short episode, probably only be about 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, and then come editing, I'm 2 hours in. It's just the way it works. I ramble on. BCSlots.com, Rudy's weekend, May 30th. That sucks, man, that we're just going to miss you by one day. We actually depart Vegas on the 30th. I don't even think there's going to be a chance because I think we have to be at the airport at 9 o'clock in the morning. We might be able to do if we get there, wake up really, really early, It would be a heck of a quick meet, though. Can you get spoilers? Well, Kevin, we're going to be in Vegas May 20th, May 30th. Staying at lots of new properties and got a lot of new stuff on the itinerary. Going to have better quality video shooting in 4K. Got a gimbal now, which is going to prevent and mitigate any camera shake. This is going to keep the thing steady on my face and will always hold the phone. No matter if I'm moving around, it will keep it pretty still. Yeah, just a whole lot of pretty cool stuff, man. Kevin, I actually didn't get the medical clearance. I didn't get it from my GP. So the GP stated that I'm on a no-fly for another 90 days. And I had a meeting with my ENT 3 days after I spoke with my GP, and they are willing to perform a surgery called a myringotomy on my eardrums. So basically what that is they just go in, cut, make a slice into my eardrum, and that will allow pressure regulation. So whenever we're, ascending in the plane and descending in the plane, there's not going to be any pressure buildup. Because remember, I have eustachian tube dysfunction, and there's no pressure regulation, or very little. Depends. Some days I'll wake up and it's fine, and those days are few and far between, but definitely not enough good days to take a chance on a flight. It's been getting progressively worse over the years. In 2016 and 17, I had no problems with my ears on the plane, but recently I've caught a few colds, a battle of gastroenteritis, and really made my ears work. Every time I catch a cold, my eustachian tubes close up just a little bit more. And as the years go on, I do live with the notion that I'll probably end up deaf one day. Not to mention the high ocular pressure I have in my eyes that I was diagnosed with. So, there's glaucoma problems there now too. It's living with the notion I could end up blind and deaf. But I stay positive. I try not to worry about it too much. Try to stay positive. You arrive at 12:20. Dang it, we're going to miss each other, man. Emma and Justin, thank you so much. All the way from the UK, man. Can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for the support. Love, love, love there, man. Emma and Justin. What gimbal is this? This one is called the Moza Mini-Me. Ultimately, the reason why I chose this gimbal, because I looked at a lot of different gimbals, is this one offers wireless charging. And I've tried it. It's really, really cool, man. It's a really neat feature. So they have either corded charging or wireless. So I had my iPhone in here, and I was using it, and it was charging my phone for me. And this will charge a phone from dead to full 3 times. But you do have to take into consideration that you're going to be spending the gimbal's power to charge your phone, at the expense of using your gimbal. So if you kill the battery in the gimbal, it's going to be useless, because you want to make sure that, because there's motors in here, right? And there's 3 different axes that work. You have this one, and then the regular base. So that's why we went with the Moza Mini-Me, was basically for the wireless charging. Because as often as I do vlogs and slot live plays, it kills my phone pretty quick. Where do you buy Vegas gadgets, souvenirs that I have? All on Fremont Street. This one here actually was bought by my wife on Amazon, and they're actually really affordable. I think there might be like $30. So I know the video blows it out, but it does say welcome to Las Vegas. And no matter what I do, I don't know if it's white balance, like if I put my hand in front of it, maybe? No, it ain't doing nothing. It does say welcome to Las Vegas, though. This here was free, was comped at the D. This was free here at the New York property. The Binions picture, free on Binions. Yeah, just do all your souvenir shopping on Fremont. You'll be pretty surprised at the price difference between Fremont and, let's say, a souvenir shop that's owned by a casino. Like this little gadget here was free at the D, but I believe this was $15 at the D. This here will run you $50 at a casino souvenir shop. So you'll just be smarter by shopping on Fremont. And this is a working slot machine. You can put money in it. I didn't win. Story of my life. Tripod. Yeah, it does act as a tripod. It comes with this See, comes with this little tripod thing here, which I like because it actually has more than just the tripod use. It actually acts as an additional grip, so you can get a little bit more height if you need it. And you know, it's definitely good for keeping things stable. Now, what was really cool is it has face tracking, and I tried this a couple days ago, where I put my phone in there, and I set it to face tracking, and no matter how much I moved, it was always keeping track of my face. I ducked, I was jumping, and it was just really, really responsive, and wow, just a whole lot of fun. So this is going to take care of a lot of problems that I had in Vegas with the shakiness and all that stuff. And you know, with the 10X Max iPhone, being able to shoot in 4K is going to offer a better viewing experience for all you guys out there too. Thanks for putting you in your 50th journey. Hey Dave, look man, no worries there, my friend. I mean, I wish I could say everybody's name in every video. You guys are all so good and good to us here, and you know, your love and support is appreciated so much. You know, no worries, man. No worries at all. You know, I've met you in Vegas, and you know, I consider you a friend, and it was the least I could do. Did you purchase your gimbal on Amazon? Yeah, I did. This came from Amazon. I believe I paid $125 Canadian. Now on Amazon.com, they might be cheaper than that, but given the exchange rate, it's probably going to be the same anyway. But really worth every dollar. The only thing I don't like is it's heavy. This weighs about a pound and a half, as opposed to a 300-gram phone. So this is going to kill my hand a little more, but I think I can live with it. I mean, I used to be a bodybuilder. I used to bench 415 pounds. This here should be okay. And when I'm filming a slot, I'll just have that resting on my lap, and it's going to keep things straight, because no matter how much, if I do this, it's just going to keep the phone absolutely straight, no matter how much I try to shake it, right? So, I mean, if you're a slot channel owner, this is going to be one of the best investments you can make, man. Anybody watching the Masters? Tiger Woods making an amazing run there at the Masters. Everybody thought he was out for the count and that his best golf was behind him. I do agree that his best golf probably is behind him, but he's my main man. One off the lead right now. I think he was tied for the lead earlier. He must have took a bogey, or somebody else got a birdie. It's going to be a very interesting day tomorrow. And I have the day off tomorrow too, so I'm just going to absolutely dedicate that to the Masters, and I'll be rooting for a Tiger. I was really rooting there for Koepka as well. Hi! You want to say hello?
Hi, everybody up there.
It's my mama!
Now I'm going home. I just come to say hi. Just got out of work.
Made you famous. There's my mama. No, I didn't, Kevin. I did, but you know, like I said, there for a long time they weren't looking to make any reparations. The customer service was terrible, but it was only recently, like I said, in the last month, where we heard back from the the president of customer development, and they're going to make good on comps, but no, they're not going to reimburse me on stolen money. It's kind of my word against anybody else's word, right? You know, but I'm not a liar. The stuff was stolen. But yeah, it sucks. They're going to make good on it, and we trust that they will on this next trip. I do believe that the president of customer development is going above and beyond. Like I said, they are comping us up to a week in a wraparound suite, doubled our free play, doubled our food comp, and hey, I mean, that's and we don't have to spend anything. She's like, you don't have to pay a dime. She said, we're going to do this for you based on the problems you had. And I said, I can't say no to that. You know, somebody would be pretty ignorant to kind of, you know, say, that's not good enough, or, you know, they're trying, and that's all I ever wanted. And you know, double the free play amount, they're going to be giving us $2,400 in free play. They're going to be giving us $1,500 in food credit. A week comp up in a wraparound suite. What? Hey, it's the best views in Vegas. So they're putting us in a wraparound suite on the Boulevard Tower. So we're not going to be in the Chelsea Tower. It'd be the Boulevard Tower on the Strip, overlooking the Bellagio fountains, and now Planet Hollywood, because it is the wraparound with the terrace. So it's going to be really cool, man. Hey, Mom. Yeah, she just come in for a couple minutes. She come to visit us. She usually visits every day. She's a darling. I'm very close to my mom and dad. Hey, Spinning. Hey, Brian Stewart. How you doing? Hope all is well with you, my friend. Good news. Can I stay on the sofa in the wraparound suite? Dude, you come being us there in Vegas, I'll give you the sofa. How's that sound? Always willing to meet friends in Vegas. Actually, if you look at Ice D here in the chat, his name is Ice D. He was an individual that I met in Vegas. There was a lot of people I met in Vegas. Some of them don't have official YouTube accounts. They just go on YouTube and watch. But there's quite a few YouTubers that I've met in Vegas. All right, thanks, Dave. Yeah, you sent me a message over there on the Facebook page, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Hand pay time. Look, the last 2 weeks I spent in Vegas, I didn't get one hand pay, which was kind of frugal because, I mean, so many slot machines we played, so many dollars ran through these slot machines, and one word comes to mind: frugal. I definitely am hoping for a hand pay, or maybe even 2 hand pays this trip. Now, I don't like to set standards so high. You know, I always like to prepare for the worst, but holy shit. It was just so bad last time that I'm hoping it kind of averages out here. Do you notice the difference in the casinos? The more expensive casinos have tighter machines and the cheaper winning on the slot. Yes. A lot of people say you don't really notice payback percentages in the short term. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think that because, you know, here's how I'm a numbers guy. They say that it's over the amount or the lifetime of a slot machine that these percentages are based on. So if you have a slot machine that has a 85% payback percentage on, let's say, the Strip, and then you go to, let's say, Boulder Highway where the payback percentage is 92, you're talking 7% there. So let's say over the lifetime of a slot machine, that 7% is taken into account. Now, who knows how much money is going to be ran through the slot machine in its lifetime? $10 million? $15 million? Well, what is 7% of $10 million? Do the math. That is a substantial amount of money. So I would agree that you will notice the percentage difference in the casino off the Strip than on the Strip. And based on our experiences, we've always had better luck at downtown casinos as opposed to the ones on the Strip. Bye, David. Thank you so much, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad that you are doing well, and thank you so much for dropping by, and hopefully we can meet at some point in Vegas. You only have one hand pay and 10 trips, and it was on a $10 bet? Oh, shit. That doesn't sound very good for me, then. Maybe, I might have just gotten lucky. I was there in February for 7 days and got 4 hand pays. Actually, it was 3 technical hand pays that were just over the $1,200 threshold. But when I say 4th hand pay, I mean that I say that because the amount that I won was $1,100, and it was actually more than my other 3 hand pays because I didn't get taxed on it. So it was more than the other 3 hand pays in the end. Yeah, and that's it. RNG is RNG, Paylon. You just have to hit that button at the right time, right? Luck is luck, and these machines are tailored in favor of the casinos, and for anyone to say, "Oh, I want a hand pay or 2 hand pays," is setting themselves up for a big disappointment. I always go into slot play with the understanding that I'm going to lose my money, and I don't expect to win, but I do expect to be entertained. Because you can do a lot of stuff in Vegas for $100, let's say, comparing here to a $100 slot live play. You can go to some shows, some really good shows, and be entertained for for 90 minutes for $100, and you know, so I do expect there to be some entertainment value, and there was really little of that in our last trip there with the, you know, the lackluster and you know, just stingy bonuses, $20 bonus. Usually your money was going from 100 to 0 in a matter of minutes. But again, RNG is RNG and luck is luck, or bad luck. Hi, Miggy.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing. So I can see what's going on. You're still going.
I'm still going. I was planning on being here for an hour, but I ramble on, and I'm 2 hours now.
You're 2 hours in.
Biggest lot win was 4,325 on a 40-cent bet. Oh, that's fucking great, man. That is amazing on a 40-cent bet. I mean, I've won over 5,000 on a, you know, a few different occasions, but you know, you're talking. One of them was on Rawhide, but I was doing $25 a spin, but the other one was on Walking Dead 2. It was $375 max bet, and I won $5,025 on just a regular free spin bonus. I got Merles lined up at X25, and yeah, the Warden's here.
That's me. Just looking.
But yeah, $4,325 on a 40-cent bet is a better win than my $5,025 on a $375 bet. That's almost unheard of, man, winning that kind of a jackpot on a 40-cent bet. Well done, buddy. Lady of Athens. I do believe I played that slot machine before. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm getting confused with another one. I think that's at the D. Lady of Athens. I believe I played that at the D. I might be wrong, though. I might be confusing it with a different slot machine. WMS slot machine? Sounds like something WMS would make. They seem to make. Is it one of those early 2000s slot cabinets? Yeah, okay, yeah, I've definitely played it before. Awesome reels, okay. 2,500 on $5 double top dollar, a golden nugget was your hand pay. That's nice too, you know. $5 bet winning $2,500 is crazy, you know. I get excited when I win $200 on a $5 bet, and a lot of people are like, "No, that's not a big win." But what I argue is that, well, let's say you're walking in the street, somebody comes up to you and says, "Do you have a $5 bill, sir?" And you say, "Yes, I do." You hand him the $5 bill. He takes that $5 bill and gives you $200 back. You're going to be like, "Holy shit, that's big, man! Wait, what the heck?" You know. So I kind of look at it in the same way. And I get that all the time. People are like, "You're writing big win in your videos, and you only won $280." And I'm like, "Well, for me, you know, a $5 bet or a $3 bet, and you win $250 is absolutely big." I usually only put big win if it's 200, between 200 and 500. I put huge win if it's 500 or more. If it's a hand pay, I will, you know, put hand pay. Any profit is good, exactly, Kevin. I agree. I won't put big win if it's under $200. I'll put nice win, something like that. But I get that, you know, not all the time. Maybe once a week somebody will give me crap about writing big win when my win is only $250 or $280 or something like that. But like I said, I always make that comparison to if somebody took my $5 and they're like, "Well, here, I'll give you this in return, $250. Oh, well, that's pretty big, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I compare it to. And since you know that you're going to probably lose on these slot machines anyway, and I've played slot machines, we'll say, like Dumb and Dumber. So if you play the Dumb and Dumber slot machine, I want to say the max bet is $3. Might be wrong again, but I think it's $3. If you win a $20 pay, the screen lights up. Big win, big win, big win, $20. And it's very laughable. We all know it's not a big win, but a lot of people will win a bonus on that game at max bet and will put big win in the title because the machine, denotes it as a big win. And I think it's so laughable when a slot machine does that. Almost insulting in a way. Any word on when I can fly again? I'm flying on May 20th, my friend. Vegas, May 20th to May 30th. You can catch it all. I'm signing off here in a couple minutes, but you can watch the entire live stream on the channel. I didn't get the go-ahead from my general practitioner doctor. My tubes are still plugged, and but we're hoping to get the surgery done from my ENT, a myringotomy it's called, before I fly. Either way, if the surgery doesn't happen, I'm still jumping on the plane because I already paid for the flights. So I'm going to sign off here, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure being live with all of you and talking with you in a live setting. I hope I met your expectations. I apologize again for having it take this long to go live. I'm very sorry. I'll make sure to be more attentive going forward and do this more often. And when I'm in Vegas, I'll be going live while I play slots. So there's that to look forward to as well. If you did miss, or if you're just getting into the channel, the live feed now, I do recommend going back and watching, and you will be able to see everything that we discussed and be part of this amazing family here with all you people called Spinning in Vegas, man. This is our family here. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate all the love and support, and I can't express my gratitude enough. Even my son Brandon, my son Brandon is Plague Helix. That's him right there. He says see you as well. Have a great Sunday. Hoping for Tiger Woods to win the Masters. Stay gold out there. Take care of yourselves, all right? Because we're human. We care, all right? Make somebody's day. One little sentence, just one little kind word you could say to somebody out there that could change that day for that person. So be kind to one another.